Welcome to Arts Beyond Museum. I'm Khan and your curator for this series. Now, museums, are they supposed to collect art and just exhibit them? No. Museums, they're supposed to collect art and show them to the people. But what if, for an extended period of time, people could not and should not go to museums? What should we do? Should we let art, maybe for years or even decades, go into the dark ages? No. We shall bring art to the people. We shall bring art beyond museums to you. Now, in this series, Art Beyond Museums, we are going to exhibit Master Yune's Feng Shui paintings at beautiful, amazing and wonderful places in Singapore that friends in Singapore and all around the world could and should visit. Let's go! Now, for friends who are new with us, you might be wondering what is Lotus on Water and who exactly is this painter, Master Yun Longzi. Master Yun is the 6th generation Feng Shui master in his family. In 2006, accumulating all the experience and wisdom and knowledge, Master Yun started Lotus on Water. In 2019, China's CCTV came to interview Master Yun and make a full documentary for him and give him many awards, some of which include Achievement in Arts Award, Eugene Grandmaster Award, and so on. Now, till date, Master Yun has had 14 major arts exhibitions. Master Yun has been painting since young, and of all these major art exhibitions all around the world, one of the most significant ones would be the one on the Great Wall of China. For over 3,500 years, no one has exhibited on the Great Wall of China. Master Yun is the first and only one to do so. Today, Art Beyond Museum brings us to Orchard Road, and here we are specifically at this very prestigious hair salon called URBANHAIR. Now, URBANHAIR is this wonderful place, this Shaw Centre. The Shaw Centre, when it was built, it was the tallest building in Singapore. That was in 1972. Now, URBANHAIR is founded by Mr. Eugene and they serve a plethora of clients all around the world, and they worked with international celebrities as well. So if you are in the town, if you are in Singapore, you should come by URBANHAIR to get yourself pampered and have some luxury on yourself. Now, coming back to Orchard Road is a totally different meaning for Master Yun's art, because over here at URBANHAIR, actually this place is where they will do this hair and scalp treatment, and there's this wonderful view behind me, and that is the Orchard Road. You can see tanks, you can see Orchard Ion, and so on. Speaking about Orchard Ion, which is just over the other side, in 2016, Forbes said that it's the top shopping destination in Singapore, and that is also the exact place where Master Yun had his first art exhibition in 2017. On the 4th floor of Ion Orchard, there is this place called Ion Art, 5,600 square feet. That was the first time Master Yun exhibited his Feng Shui paintings openly, and that was also the first night when the term celebrationism, the core idea of Master Yun's Feng Shui paintings, was coined. Also, it was during that night that Master Yun said that, for art exhibitions, we shouldn't just have paintings that are hanging on the wall, people going around to take a look at them. That seems a bit distant. So even for the first art exhibition that he had in Ion 2017, that people were amazed by the effects of the painting, which we shall see shortly, not just with the texture, not just with the layering, but the UV effect, the night effect of it. I remember very clearly that when we say, let's go and celebrate prosperity and elegance, the lights went off, and then the UV light went on. Everyone in the hall, in the exhibition area, they were amazed, and there were sounds and sounds of wow going on. So let's take a look at this painting over here. This painting belongs to a very significant series. It is part of the series that went up to the Great Wall of China. So since you're in Orchard Road and you would like to get some shopping done, why not shop for something that's luxurious and arty at the same time, like this Feng Shui painting. Long in shape, you see. Not quite common of Mastin's Feng Shui art. The main background you see is very, very vibrant green, as you can see here. Now, this is cannot be duplicated. The second piece cannot be made of similar color tones and color schemes because these few layers are done by what we call color splashing. It's like what they do in Urbanhair over here, the hair salon. You know, everyone comes in here with a different head shape, with different kinds of texture of hair, but they make the best out of it and they make an art piece out of it. Similar to Master Yun's Feng Shui painting. When the color splashing is done, this is something that you cannot control. How the color will fly, how the color will go, how they will mix, and so on. That cannot be controlled. Same as life. Many aspects you cannot control. You cannot be reborn as a prince. You cannot be reborn into a rich family. But what you can thereafter is to make the best out of it. Like after that, Master Yun discovered the two cranes that are over here. Now for this painting, they are a bit smaller size cranes, but nonetheless still, here, the bodies of the crane, the beak and the head, 24K gold. And that is what you can do to make the best out of what you have. Peonies, you can see the leaves are silver, the heart of the peony, gold, solid gold in color. So peony season, you know, this kind of things, they will fade. But when you have peonies in Master Yun's paintings, that is the one that will last forever. Now this painting I have here belongs to the He Tian Fu Di Tu series, Greetings to Heaven and Enrichment of Earth. In fact, these two paintings around me, they belong to the same name, just that they have different numbers. This is number 23. It's great that I have two paintings that is a bit similar shape, but you can see how the cranes are actually different because they belong to a greater series. The one that went up to the Great Wall of China when there was this gigantic piece of 13.8 meters that Master Yun painted. On it was 108 cranes. These two cranes, the way their composition and the way the cranes are facing, they are actually an extraction, a smaller version of what was on the 108 cranes. So when you have this and when you have this and when you combine all this together, you might be able to have all the 108 cranes together one more time. And the other one, as I said, similar shape, long. So it's great to have these two together so you can see how different the cranes are. Now, just now the one we saw the background color splashing was majority in green. Here, it's majority in red. So it's something that you cannot really control. You have a little bit of green here. So I think it might have come on the same piece when the color splashing was done. Some of the green went here and the rest are covered with red. It gives an entirely different feel. Probably the one before you felt a bit more serene and peaceful about it. But this one feels more passionate because of how the color splashing and the color tone is. This one, as I said, same series, same name, He Tian Fu Di Tu, Greetings to Heaven and Enrichment of Earth, number 20. That was 23. This is number 20. Here we have one of the crane that it's standing upright, looking forward. The other one seems like, it feels like a couple, like this probably the man of the house, standing upright and looking forward. And this one, it's by itself, nesting and hurling together for warmth and taking care of the smaller ones. So it's a great yin-yang composition here. And as I said, the red, especially these red lines over here, the more prominent ones, really gives a feeling of passion and energy. And this is something that if you want to have something that's long-lasting, passion and energy, together with the whole family, this is something that you should go for. We have with us Mr. Eugene Ong, founder of this prestigious place, Urbanhair. Thank you, Mr. Eugene,
welcome,
for having Master Yun's paintings over here. Now, we know Mr. Eugene has been going to many of Master Yun's art exhibitions since 2017,
yes.
Ion, all the way to Spain in 2019.
Yeah, that's a great place.
What might be the one thing, after seeing Master Yun's paintings for so long, that you find the difference as time goes by? What might be one thing that is different?
Well, the most unforgettable one thing is that here and Barcelona.
Okay, here in Singapore and Barcelona.
And in Barcelona, he performed on stage.
Right.
And that performance on stage is phenomenal, kind of eye-opener for me because he's using a huge brush.
Huge brush. It's a duster actually,
duster,
right?
whatever you call that. But It's so heavy looking that he's
Yeah.
standing on the stage and he does his very long painting.
Huge painting. Actually,
Yeah,
it's
it's a
3 by
huge one.
3 meters by 2
3
meters.
Yes,
Yeah.
from one corner to the other corner on the stage.
Right.
Almost. And then he was dusting off the gold dust, which is been plastered all over, covered by it.
Okay.
By the end of the dusting, and that is the painting absolutely appear on stage.
Right.
And I think it's such a unusual way of performing, using the brush dusting off, and everybody was just like looking at it without any expressions. I mean, the expression, everybody was looking like
Stunned.
stung.
Totally stunned.
And to me, I get that freeze up moment also. I just like, okay, what's gonna do next? And I slowly he reviews and the pictures turn out to be phenomenal,
Right.
eye-catching.
I think so too. It's the first time you're in Ion, you will see the first time you see, oh, this is how the UV effect is.
Correct.
You see the painting and at night it's different. And at Spain, you saw how part of the process, part of the work was that we know that for Master Yun to have this gold and silver on the
stuff,
painting. Actually, he had it all over the painting first. So one look at it, you don't see the peacocks,
Well,
you don't
you
see
can't
the
see
cranes.
much of it. You just see all the dust.
All the gold and silver.
Yeah.
And Master Yun uses this huge thing, what we call the Fouchen or the Puda duster.
Yes.
That he sweeps off the gold off the painting and then reviews the peacocks and the cranes.
Yeah,
Am I
and
right?
it's so much effort with his strength,
Yes.
just dusting all over.
Correct.
And if I'm not wrong, he does have a Wushu.
He has
or-
martial arts background in
Ah,
that.
no
So it's not
wonder.
just one painting and someone goes up to go and dust it and that's it. No, he
Yeah.
does it with what we Singaporeans would call, he does it with say, he has this aura or has this energy when he does it, right? He
Correct.
goes up because Master Yun, other than painter and a feng shui master, he also has martial arts background. So
Yeah.
when he does that, the 3 meters long, can you imagine from one corner to the other, he keeps on doing this. Actually, he's using his what we call 功力, his power inside.
Yeah.
So while it's a visual art, while there are many layers to these visual arts, it's also, when you see him do that, it's also like a performance art as well.
Yes, it's just performing an art piece of himself with the art which has been created. Yeah.
I think that's something that is very unique about his artwork.
It's very unique because as far as I've been
Yeah.
to most of the exhibitions, but I haven't seen anybody does that before.
Correct.
Yeah.
You have seen Master Yun's heavenly feng shui paintings, but have you seen his feng shui calligraphies? Master Yun has been recognized as the founding father of feng shui arts, feng shui painting, and feng shui calligraphy. The first time when feng shui calligraphies were ever exhibited was on the Great Wall of China. Speak with us to find out your choices for selectable feng shui calligraphies today.
And I think he chose a place to perform these art pieces. May I ask you to recap again?
No, the Barcelona place?
Yes.
It's
That
Casa
building.
Miller.
Casa
La
Miller.
Pandera.
Correct.
Yeah, it's a World UNESCO, it's a UNESCO World Heritage Site.
Yeah. It's such a
amazing,
unique building.
unique building.
Yeah,
It looks really
correct.
out of place, but it's super arty-party as well. By the son of Barcelona, Antoni Gaudi. It's an amazing place. Used to be his last residence, but now it's actually a tourist attraction. If you go to
Yes.
Barcelona, you must
Must
go
visit.
to that place
Yeah.
to see.
Yeah.
And that is exactly where Master Yun had his art exhibition and did all that dusting of gold. So I think by the end of the whole thing, a lot of people who were at least in the front rows were all filled with gold.
Absolutely, because
Yeah.
I noticed that after that they tried to dust off the gold.
Yeah. So Eugene, you have known Master Yun for more than a decade.
Yes, indeed, I know him more than a decade. Yeah.
How will you describe this person? We talk much about Master Yun's art, we did. What about this person? What is artist? How will you describe Master Yun?
Well, as a person, if you go in depth, you must understand the person's philosophy in life. I think he had his philosophy in his journey, and to have conversation with him, I think it's very educational and knowledgeable in
Right.
a sense. It depends what subject you touch on.
I see.
And the subject, sometimes we touch on the very daily life, and some subject we touch on the arts
Okay.
connection.
Okay.
So the most impressive thing is he left me, my mind linger on is he had a very particular way of addressing everything in his life, which is good because I think everybody needs that focus point,
right,
and where you're heading to, and where is your passion and where is your aim. So that's why you can work towards the goal and improve yourself. And that's what it's all about. We are living in this world, we have to improve ourselves, and he does shows me a lot of directions.
Right.
Yeah, so I think I do learn quite a bit from him actually.
Yes. Well, the more we know about how Master Yun is as a person, we would know like how it manifests into an art piece and what his artworks mean. Why there's so many layers, why the gold and silver, why this particular thing. There's art and there's also thought behind in his paintings.
Absolutely, yeah.
Thank you, Mr. Eugene.
You're most welcome.
Well, since we're in Orchard, and since it's nighttime, and the nighttime of Orchard calls for celebration, and how can celebration happen without some champagne? And of course, with all this luxury, we are not going to just have any champagne. This is Laurent-Perrier's champagne, 罗兰百悦, right? And you know, Laurent-Perrier started in 1812. So for 200 over years, they have not worked with any other artist before. But the first artist they worked with, and the only one so far, is Master Yun Longzi. Now that's some great luxury. The one I have with me here, it's one of their cuvées, and what we call the La Cuvée champagne. Shall we pop the champagne for celebration? When you do your hair at Urbanhair, I think it's a luxury to yourself. You must have some luxury and pamper yourself. When you have Laurent-Perrier champagne, you are actually drinking the luxury. And Master Yun's Feng Shui painting is a luxury to your eyes and your soul. Now, sometimes I find Master Yun's painting, it can be quite a fun game for your perspective. It's challenging you to how you're going to understand and look at this painting, how to comprehend the compositions of the crane. Let's take this for example. Same, 鹤天覆地图, the same series, Greetings to Heaven and Enrichment on Earth. This is number 33. Now, every single piece of this same series painting, while the same series had gone on to the Great Wall of China, they give it a different feel. It feels like this crane, probably because of the color splashing at the back, that it's like these two cranes are in a garden, and it's a garden that is full, or maybe in bushes. Can you feel it? In the garden, in the bushes, it's filled with gold and silver. And you yourself, rounded, happy, harmonious, and of 24K gold. Imagine a life like that. Now, this, on the other side, has a different feel entirely. What we saw just now, maybe because of the green, maybe because of how full the gold and silver were, we felt that it was a garden, it was a bush, it was full of gold and silver. This, different. Mainly the color splashing gives you a different feel about it. That's a hue of violet, you know. It's very, very intense. And over here, violet and a bit of blue. So you kind of feel like this is the sky, and this is how sunset actually looks like. So a bit of gold and silver on each side, not too full. And this crane here, which is what I like, if we take this bluish part as like the sky, this crane looking up as if it's praying, as if it's calling out to the universe. And can you imagine that you are accompanied with someone you love and you do that in the evenings, and the sky hue is coming down on you, all rosy and nice, and making prayers to the universe. Same, 鹤天覆地图. I suppose that gives a new meaning to what it means by greetings to heaven and enrichment of earth. And this is number 30. Cheers.
The Art Beyond Museums series and Master Yun Longzi's Feng Shui art are proud to be sponsored by Laurent-Perrier. For 200 over years, Laurent-Perrier has not worked with any other artist before. When you purchase a piece of Feng Shui art exhibited in this Art Beyond Museums series, you will also be getting a complimentary set of 5 different specially selected cuvées of Laurent-Perrier champagne: the La Cuvée, the Cuvée Rosé, Brut Millésimé, Demi-Sec Harmony, and the Cuvée Siècle, so that you can enjoy the taste of elegance while basking in the prosperity of Master Yun's feng shui paintings and calligraphies. Cheers to prosperity and elegance.